Well, hello, hi, it is me, it is I. Every time I come back on Yam, like I think I'm a week late. Small town Didi, you're hiding the internet and I'm back. I am going to attempt my hardest. I'm already failing at it, by the way, to try to get some work done in here and talk at the camera. I washed my work utensils and I'm trying to wipe them and get them all sorted and organized because, well, okay, we're not gonna get into why I'm trying to do it. And I thought I should get down here because I haven't been here in a while. You know me by now. If it's not compelling to me, if I don't see the angle to have the chat, we're not chatting. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the person I am. But we'll get the hang of it. The channel is still a baby, is it not? Please do like, comment, share, subscribe. Let your people know about me. That's another thing you all aren't doing. You're not liking the video and you're not commenting and you're not sharing and you're not subscribing. Why, guys? Do me a solid, please. Great. Let's get into it. We're going to run through some trending topics. So these are things that just stuck out to me in the last week or so. It just wasn't enough for me to chew on to make a full video. So we're just going to do a full sort of a hot topics, what's hot on the blogs type thing. I think I've done one of these much earlier in the channel. So if we ever find ourselves without something to chew on, we will just, draw on all the stories that trended during the week and then we will get into those. So we're going to talk a little bit about Enhle and that justice person. I know it's a little stale, but hear me out. And then Big Brother Titans, tons to unpack there. I was like, I initially thought I was going to do, keep up with it. It's too fast for me and I'm not that invested. I can't keep up with watching it. The DSTV app keeps shutting down. So even when I go back and try to rewatch the shortened versions of what happened throughout the day, I can't, listen. So what I will do with Big Brother Titans is whenever I feel like, okay, I want to have this chat, something has happened that's worth a conversation, I'll come on here and then we'll have a chat about it. And then we'll talk about Giffy Boo, not really. She got married. Boom. There it is. And then the smart shopper girl. If I find her TikTok, I'll insert the video here. Okay, we will, before I get into talking about her, I will have you guys see the clip of what I'm talking about. And then we're also just going to touch on Dineo, ranaka, his sangoma stuff, and khanyi Mbau saying, you guys don't have a calling, you are experiencing anxiety. Great, let's get into it. Enhle, the story with Enhle and justice. I'm a person who has a good number of friends. I wouldn't necessarily say my circle is small. It's an okay size of people that I have in my life. And in that circle, I have a number of male friends as well and stuff. So this story was quite interesting to me. And what stood out to me, I don't want to get into the remorse of things. The conversation that it sparked in my circles with my mates was when you're friends with a guy, you often experience the women who come into their lives as romantic interests. Some of them don't take to you, right? They don't take to you, and then we're so quick to want to be like, oh, they just insecure, they just this, they just that. We have here a situation with Enhle and this justice person. Enhle called, or in a phone call with the wife, admits that, says to this woman that she is indeed having this affair with this person's husband, this lady's husband, and that, they use protection, bloody, blah, tries to make it a whole thing that it's not. The justice guy then comes back after and says Enhle is the actress, Black Coffee's ex-wife. The guy then releases a statement shortly after we get this release of this audio of Enhle saying, she is in fact in the sheets with this woman's husband to this woman. This guy then says that no, Enhle and I have been friends since we were teenagers. She's one of the boys. She was just trying to cover for me. As a person with a lot of guy friends, I'm never trying to cover for my friends like that. Ever. It's never happening. And how do I say this? I feel like he's the guy who came into her life and she curved him because she's always been a cute girl and put him in friend zoned him, and he's stuck around ever since. That's what it sounds like to me. He has stuck around ever since, hoping for his opportunity, and married somebody who was available. You married women, when we have these conversations with you, that your husbands run around telling the whole world that she seemed like the safest bet. The woman I was really in love with wouldn't have me. She's married to like a very famous, very well-known, established DJ. So I settled for you because you're available and you look like we would build a good home. But now the person I'm really interested in is available. I will throw you under the bus and protect them, because I don't for 1 minute believe justice. I don't. I believe the original voice recording that we heard of Enhle saying that they are in fact doing what they're doing, because he's the guy who stuck around and you're now in a low place, you're going through this divorce, it hurts, it's whatever, and then this guy who's Mr. Shoulder to cry on like forever and ever is here. It looks tempting, it looks good, so you do what you must. And then he's still in love with you from the time you were teenagers, and now he's now throwing his wife under the bus. When we tell you they don't like you, they just marry you because it's convenient. And no, it's not all of you. If the shoe don't fit, don't even fucking try it on. Move the fuck on. Like, don't personalize this argument if you are not this woman. You know you're afraid. And this is why when the women who come into romantic relationships with men who have very close female friends, and then we want to act funny when they're uncomfortable with that dynamic and this is what they're avoiding. We need to stop acting up. My one maid, who I am the thick as thieves, you fucking hear me, none of his girlfriends like me. They don't fucking like. I don't want to explain myself to them. I don't want to be like, no, it's not that, because I understand it. I get it. Too many times we've seen things unfold this way for us to now gaslight women into thinking that people of it doesn't even have to be opposite genders. People who are attracted to each other don't find themselves taking things to the next level years after they've been friends and stuff. So the gaslighting and the whole, you're so insecure, but like the insecurity is informed by something. The gassing, it's getting weird, guys. If you have that girl, I don't know why she ever thought. Anyway, that was just my take on that. I didn't care about the other drama around. I was like, yo, this is so interesting. This, like, do watch out for, that homegirl, that, especially if she's too cute. I have a friend like that. I have a friend like that who has a slew of men who just want to be her friend. Like, they're in line. They all just want to be her friend. Like, what? No, you don't. Like, no, babe. Like, she friend-zoned you. You're now sticking around waiting for your turn. And no matter when that turn comes, you're going to take it. You could be married, as is the case with Justice. Oksala, it's your turn with the girl you want. So you are taking your turn. This wife person needs to just hold on. Those are your husbands, though. Whatever. Anyway, and then Dineo. I'm not going to go in the order that I read it out. See how I'm failing to keep up with the tasks that I said I'd be doing. Jesus. Dineo is a sangoma. I think we've known that she has said she's a calling for a bit now. And she's like, she posted a whole thing of her. Look, can you tell I'm bored? She posted a whole thing, a picture of her, like a very polished sangoma picture of her looking out into the... and Khanyi said in her, I think it was a story that she posted, that there's just too many of you, little Atwasa, there's too many of you who all of a sudden have a calling. I agree with Khanyi. Who have a calling, all over Monday, it's raining sangomas, it's sangomas everywhere. Babe, everybody, you go through a little something or nobody, we're like, no, bitch, they just dumped you. You're heartbroken. That's what that is. Badimu don't know of you. Some of you weren't even raised in homes where these are like practices that you partake in. And I'm not saying that you can't be raised in those homes where these things are thought of to be demonic and whatever, and then you come into your own and you want to learn about yourself through this way. And I'm not saying that's not possible. I'm just saying a whole bunch of you, and it's not necessarily that you yourselves are lying. I feel like there are a lot, having initiates as a sangoma, having mentees, or I don't know what they call them, but people having a school and stuff is the new money making thing. It's the same as basimana bakiadi tabeni, as we call it, when the boys go to initiation school, when they go to the mountains. They're getting younger and younger and younger. What business does a 9-year-old have going to initiation school? Is it not a transition from boyhood into manhood? He's going to be a man at 10. Can't fucking brush his teeth. Can wash probably still pees the bed from time to time. So we're initiating into what exactly? But because it's a money-making scheme, and the custom and the practice, the dignity around it is not there, it's now just a money-making vehicle. Like, capitalism is pervasive and it's infiltrated. The person who's in charge of the initiation school won't even say, I cannot initiate you, you're too young to comprehend the practices, or you're too young to understand what it is to be a man, you're just not there yet, you need to go away and come back at an appropriate age. He can't do that because that's him turning away his bag. It's the same with the sangomas. You experience like one little thing, you have one too many bad dreams after watching like scary movies, and then you decide that we're not gonna consult, and you get there and they decide we're not alibadimu. You don't, girl. You don't. You do fucking not. You just don't. Like, oh, for this amani, like, really. I understand what Khanyi is saying. We are an anxious generation, and rightfully so. Like, everything has come to, like, a very, I wouldn't call it a hop, but everything has culminated in such a situation that we have no choice but to be anxious because our lives are so uncertain. We do not have those certainty of our parents with, in terms of employment. Like, we're anxious about everything. Everything is up in the air for us. There's just no guarantees for us. Do you understand? Like, so all of us are trying, and you are desperately searching and looking around. This is why discernment is important. You're not about to tell me I will know. I feel like I will know. What I need you to tell me for. Like, I agree with her. I really do. And granted, those of you who have a real calling are feeling offended, but like, learn to not personalize things that aren't for you. Like, if it's not about you, what you pressed for? Like, why are you over there looking like a fucking pretzel? Why are you out of shape and bent all the way? Like, why? It's not for you. Ugh. And then eskom, I heard they're telling you guys that you guys are gonna be on load shedding level 2 for the rest of your lives, for forevers and evers. Like, this is something my best friend just told me before I pressed record on here. Do you guys see? Y'all know what I do. I never know how Miss Wendy does it. No, that I just turned off now because it's loud as fuck and you guys wouldn't hear me speak. The tall. Do you guys see that both my hands are doing this and not wiping things? Do you guys see? A loser. The toll that eskom has, back to the uncertainty. I'm anxious all the time, right? I chose a career path of entrepreneurship, and I have a great deal of support in my life. So grateful for that, from friends and family and people who have become my very loyal customers and what have you. And I'm that lucky person, but that does not prevent me from experiencing uncertainty. And eskom is the bane of my fucking existence. Eskom is why I am not sleeping. I also saw that MacG and Saul addressed this. They're like, if you guys vote for the ANC again, we know we're done. And I'm just here to remind people that the ANC is going to win yet again. I left a comment on somebody's TikTok. I'm like, even if they don't win, I mean, they may struggle a bit and find themselves in coalition governments in, listen, they're winning in Limpopo. I don't know what to tell you. I live in Limpopo and they are winning here. They're going to win. Nothing is going to change. Please don't get your hopes up and get excited about, like, the transfer of political leadership meaning actual change. people don't go into politics to serve people. People go into politics to advance themselves. There are no good options here. We're just fucked. I don't know what to tell you. The problem has become such, it's become, the energy crisis has become one of like individual solutions. Like, I can only focus on me. Do I get solar panels? Do I get this? There isn't a collective argument for people to say, hey, how do we solve this for our community? How do we invest in energy as this township and actually have it be that it benefits this township? Or how do we invest in energy as this section of this township? Because why? We just do each other in. Even if we had the meetings in the town halls and we were like, let's contribute to this fund so that we as a township can help our economy, because the energy crisis, the ripple effect of it, it's quite dire. It really is. I'm finding myself having to take less orders, to cancel orders when it gets really bad, because the infrastructure cannot take the strain of the on and off and on and off. So a lot of us are experiencing longer periods without power outside of load shedding, right? Because the lights come back on and then something happens, the transformer blows, because all that on and off, it wasn't designed to do that. It blows. Now I don't have lights for the rest of the day, and I have people who wanting their cakes and eggs, and I have to call them, hey, can you change your plans? Hey, this, okay, I'm gonna have to reimburse you then. What the fuck I look like? You guys think I have money to be reimbursing people? But they are gonna vote for the ANC. I will come back after the elections and tell you that here where I am, where we have, now that's load shedding. That's load shedding. Must be 1 o'clock. Yes. And tell you guys how bad, like, or by what margin they want. You're gonna be surprised. It's gonna be large, because it's almost like sticking with the devil. You know, I think you guys know this chat by now. We know the other people are not gonna do any better. The energy crisis isn't even something that a change of political leadership can fix in one term. Because they saw it coming for decades. They knew we were gonna be here at some point. Nothing was being done about it because people were too busy lining their own pockets and making sure their kids go to schools abroad and stuff. And they, like, I don't know what to tell you. I stopped watching the news maybe 3 years ago at this point, because it just got to be too much for me. Like, it got to be the hopelessness. They're always saying that, oh, this municipality's money was squandered and this is what was done. They give somebody a contract to make us like gym equipments and whatever, and then the person does some weird shit with the money, like Baba Feleladi Stadium, like shit like that. Like, what the hell? So, no. Good luck with your ANC and with eskom. Good luck with that. I don't care. About voting, I didn't know if I was gonna vote. I actually, for the first time, was like, I don't know. I was always one of those people who's like, I come from a people who are disenfranchised. I want to make my voice heard. It never feels like you're gonna be heard. It feels like a waste of my afternoon. So I don't actually know. In the last week was when I was starting to reconsider, do I want to go and vote? But living where I live and knowing who's gonna, I know already. I know it's not a chat, guys. The ANC is going to win. You guys need to prepare yourselves mentally. Some of you are going to have nervous breakdowns when the ANC wins, because you're going to be so shocked after duping yourself into believing that anybody but the ANC will win in this country at this time. I mean, I know that they're saying the youth is the like largest voting demographic right now. So if we come up, I asked on my TikTok, I'm like, how do we mobilize the young, the youth to go and like, are they that invested in politics, or have they already done the math that don't nobody really give a shit about you? Like, whoever you elect, you're doing it to benefit them. Quite funny, guys. Okay, Giffy Boo got married. I don't know to who, because probably to herself, because all the pictures are of her. She got married, she looked pretty, but that's her brand. Her whole thing is being beautiful. So we're not surprised she looked pretty. Congratulations to her. The smart card shopper girl. Cute girl, borderline the love of my life for this week. This girl, guys, let's watch the video.
Am I the only person who finds it so embarrassing when a guy has a smart shopper card? It's like, why? Like, guys, I can't. Imagine I'm at Pick and Pay with my boyfriend, and then before he pays, he takes out his smart shopper. I ain't gay, right? Like, that's so embarrassing. Yo,
This girl knows what she wants, right? And then all of you virtue signaling bitches in the comment section of this video are cringe to me. Me personally, I love a smart shopper guy type, you know, loves a point, loves to get a discount. Do you understand? Me, Didi. Rakhadi loves that. Girl saying for her is embarrassing. You understand? Why? She can say that. And I think that's what stings the rest of you who know you don't have that option. She's clearly quite cute. She's a pretty girl, right? She has that aesthetic that can draw a certain type of guy. I'm telling you now, she's not asking for something she hasn't experienced or asking for something she feels she can't get. It's only when you feel like you can't ask for this that you get mad. You're in the comment sections calling her stupid, in these tough economic times. She wants a man that doesn't know what tough economic times is. In fact, I don't even think she's trying to be a Pick and Pay. No, I don't think she's ever trying to herself. When was the last time Oprah was at the mall? I think that's what she wants. She's heading there. And the rest of you are confused. The virtue signaling that you women do is so cringe to me. The virtue signaling you guys do in comment sections. Oh, what a stupid girl. She doesn't know about saving. Us women who know about this. Have your brokey and keep him, girl. You and her aren't doing the same thing. You're not vying for the same dude's affection. Don't feel any which way about it. Certain kind of... I know it's hard for you to understand when you don't have the currency that is beauty to the degree that she has it or at all. It's hard to comprehend what a pretty woman can ask for and get. That's the part that you guys seem to be. The same men in the comment sections talking about what a stupid girl. The moment they become non-smart shopper card having type dudes, they're gonna want her. They're gonna tell her, oh girl, you don't even need to worry about, I don't even have a smart shopper. Like, fuck savings. Like, when there you are in the comment at this young woman, babe, just go date your guy with the smart shopper and go to bed. Go to bed. Who else said what? Big Brother. This video is at 22 minutes. Do I want to get into Big Brother or do I want to do a separate video? Let's see. A lot happened. All the xenophobia and stuff feels like a video on its own. But the one thing that stuck out to me quite early on in the week was the chat Juicy J had. I forget Juicy J's real name because he goes by that. Guy from Umtata, I think. Light-skinned, semi-pro rugby player, I think he said. Chubby, you know, he's got that teddy bear rugby look that you hands are into. Good for you. I'm my own teddy bear. I don't need to be getting with other teddy bears. All the skinnies holler at your girl. Please don't. You guys are bad. But yeah, Juicy J got into a chat about he would love to meet the man who raised his grandfather and also his grandfather and the people before them, because he would like to have a better understanding of the person his dad is. I thought that was so profound. It got so emotional, but it also got me thinking about, I have people in my life right now who aren't even 40, men rather, in my life right now, and how you guys raise your sons is void of affection, is void of, they don't know you. Juicy J is in his late 20s, from what I understand. And he's the emotional saying that he had to perform in order to have his father's approval. Like, he knew he had to show up a certain way for his dad to approve of him. So his dad can't even say, I know my son. Because when you come around, your son puts on a performance. He's aware, my dad will only love me, and his love is very conditional, and these are the conditions. I need to show up this way. Okay, if I don't show up this way, he has no affection for me. No approval of me, will not give me attention. And I see it even now. It makes no sense to me why anybody under 40 would want to raise their son to fear them. Because that's what this chat is. There's no affection, there's no love, there's no tenderness in how you deal with your son. They never know you. You're so cold, you're so hard, all in the name. And we know what it's rooted in. I know what, I feel like it's always in an attempt to make sure your son, you know, the gay doesn't happen to him or come in. I don't know where it goes. I don't know, the gay doesn't end up on him. I don't know. But it's always this stern, stoic, just cold as ice approach, and how men still continue to parent their sons, especially. There's a grown man crying on Big Brother Titans telling us that I need to know the people who raised him so I can have a better understand, because I feel like he got here because somebody else raised him to be this way, and it's the only way he knows how to show up as a dad. So if you are doing this, if you're a man of a particular age and you're showing up as very cold and stoic with your son, that they feel like they need to invoke a performance of sorts just to get you to pay attention to them, please understand you're damaging your kid and they don't fucking like you. Apparently I've got a storage problem because I am poor. So that's it for now. I guess I'll do the xenophobia video separate. Bye.